Thursday evening, may breaking news tayo tungkol sa pag-deny ng ICC, International Crime Commission, sa petition for interim release ni former President Rodrigo Duterte. Of course, alam naman natin yung effort ng family at mga supporters na ibalik yung former president dito sa Pilipinas. Alam din natin na inopose ng mga victims and their lawyers yung pagbalik on the ground that he would be a flight risk, no, and a threat to the witnesses in the case. Of course, the decision was September 26, pero ngayon lang ni-release. Ano ang mga proposal ng Duterte through their lawyers para ma-release siya? Nag-impose sila ng mga conditions na pwede naman daw lagyan ng electronic monitoring yung katawan niya, at pwede rin ang undertaking ng isang third country na mag-host sa kanya. So, ni-reject ng ICC yung unang sinabi na hindi siya flight risk. And sabi ng ICC, in the rejection of the petition, sabi nila it was Vice President Sara Duterte who said that she would break out his father from detention. And sinabi rin ni Sara na the Philippine government is using fake witnesses against his father. At sinabi din daw ni Vice President na ang gusto ng former president ay bumalik sa Davao. And if granted interim release, sasabihin ng ICC or yung sinasabi ng defense na willing si Duterte na tumira sa isang host country, contradicting. Sabi ng defense, yung mga lawyers ni Duterte, sa host country. So malamang, sabi ng ICC, yung public statements ng isang mataas na opisyal sa Pilipinas ay mas believable, at yun ang gagawin nila, na tatakas siya. So he is now a flight risk. Sabi rin nila, nanalong mayor yan sa Davao. Pag inuwi mo sa Davao, baka ituloy niya yung extrajudicial killings. And not only that, he may be able to harass witnesses against him. And they are not out of power kasi siya rin ang anak din niya, ang mayor, acting mayor. Ang anak niya ay congressman, yung mga kamag-anak niya puro national officials. And of course, yung threat ng safety of witnesses and tampering of evidence is very clear. Another ground that the ICC cited, yung mga risk talaga ng witnesses because of obstruction of proceedings. Tinitignan nila yung mga dilatory tactics ng mga lawyers ng former president, at sinabi nila na this is not doing good for the cause of the former president. Meron din daw repeated history of interfering with investigations, no? Including allegedly briefing a witness during a Senate investigation into the Davao Death Squad, meaning kino-coach niya, sinasabihan niya yung mga testigo kung ano ang sasabihin nila. And because of this, pag nirelease siya sa Pilipinas, magkakaroon siya ng access uli sa mga testigong ito na pwede niyang i-interfere yung mga proceedings against him, or even threaten the witnesses. Sinight din nila na pag inuwi mo si Duterte, there is a risk of continuing crimes. Yung requirement ng ICC, pag ikaw ay binigyan ng interim release, mangangako ka na titigil ka na na hindi ka na gagawa ng krimen na tulad ng na-charge sa iyo. Pero dito, pag inuwi mo sa Davao, he will go against those who are opposing him and he might commit again extrajudicial killings. Doon sa medical condition, sinabi ng ICC, this is not a subject of the petition for interim release. Ibang bagay daw yan. Kasi yung medical condition is whether or not he is fit to stand trial. Habang yung petition for interim release, a temporary release from custody. Yan. So, these are the grounds which were given by the ICC in denying. Actually, napakabilis ng decision ng ICC on the petition for interim release. Ano ang remedy ng lawyers ni Duterte? Pwede silang mag-appeal, pero with leave of court. Meaning, bago sila maghain ng appeal, kailangan humingi muna sila ng permiso sa ICC kung pwede silang mag-appeal. So in other words, pag hindi inapruban, then the decision remains firm.